Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Colombia's President Gustavo Petro challenged Donald Trump, your president, to come get me just one day after Trump told him that his days of running the Latin American country are numbered. Check it out.
Y entonces le tengo que decir al señor Marco Rubio, hermano, si me va a meter preso, a ver si puede. Si me quiere poner la pijama naranja, inténtelo. Pero este pueblo no se le arrodilla. Sus odios del pasado, que no los conozco, ni ningún colombiano es culpable de lo que le pasó a su abuelo o a su papá en Cuba, tiene que arrodillarse porque aquí hay un jaguar a punto de despertar.
I'm waiting for you here. Don't threaten me. I'll wait for you right here if you want to. That's what President Petro told President Trump. Yeah, straight up. Say, I'm waiting on you. Come on. Now, after word got back, Trump said that, hey, Colombia is very sick too, run by a sick man who likes making cocaine and selling it to the United States. And he's not going to be doing it for very long, let me tell you. Trump is very confident in his ability to steamroll small countries that don't have a nuclear program. North Korea said, we might be small, but we're going to make sure we can protect ourselves. You try it if you want it, but we're going to send them things your way. Now, here's the thing about North Korea. North Korea got missiles capable of reaching the United States under 30 minutes. If North Korea, a little country, decided to let off some missiles because the US was picking on them and trying to invade them or whatever, if they decided to let those things loose, they could actually be successful with just one getting through. Most of them would probably get knocked out of the sky. But at least one is all it takes to decimate an entire major US city. In return, North Korea will basically be non-existent because the US will totally wipe it off the map. Now, the US is diabolical, make no mistake. If you look around the world and you start piling up the carnage, you will see that the US is responsible for most of the world's atrocities. I don't know how they pulled it off to make themselves seem like the nice guys, but I've never seen evil dressed up so much like good. I've never seen that before. But the United States has a hell of a propaganda machine, and the United States press is second to none. They are extremely good with the PR. Yeah, North Korea would absolutely be knocked smooth off the map. It would be non-existent. The reason why a lot of these countries cannot defend themselves is because they do not have weapons of mass destruction like North Korea. And the only reason North Korea was able to pull it off is because they had the backing of China. China was like, yeah, we know y'all don't like them, and we know dude be tripping, and we don't really get along with him either, but we cannot allow you strategically, we cannot allow you to set up shop in North Korea. We can't allow you to invade it and take it over because you'd be just a little too close to us, man. We can't have you that close. And plus, bigger than that is that the fact that North Korea is an Asian country. And China ain't trying to let that happen. If you notice, the United States ain't never tried to ride on an Asian country. And they ain't. Because they know their beans from their cornbread. The United States only pick on countries that cannot fight back. You know, even if they try to fight back, it won't be apples to apples. If they kill 1,000 U.S. troops gonna kill 20,000 of them, 30,000. Iraq came the closest to, getting them off of them. And you saw how that went. But you saw how America was trying to get up out of there because Iran knew that it could not fight the U.S. head up. They knew they could not match the United States military powers head up. So they practiced guerrilla warfare. They said, okay, all right, okay, y'all got it, y'all got the bombs, y'all killing a bunch of us at one time, a whole bunch of us. We going down, we just can't fight. Y'all got too much firepower. Okay, cool. But what we gonna do is we're going to attack U.S. allies. We're going to sneak attack U.S. allies. And for those of y'all that's over here, we're not just gonna kill you. We're gonna capture you and we're gonna video ourselves chopping your head off. When they started doing that, those U.S. troops were trying to get the hell out of there. Remember when they first started? I'm talking about the second Iraq war. That was the 2001 war that was started under the false pretense of weapons of mass destruction. And before the war started, those soldiers was excited. Whoo, they were excited. They were showing them leaving home and they were showing them getting on the various aircrafts and, boarding ships and stuff. And they were just, well, hey, be right back. Be right back. No, you're not. They didn't come back. They said about 4,000 died, but were killed, but I think the numbers were a lot greater than that. They underreport their deaths and overreport their murders. It's all psychological, man. It's all psychological. I figured it out a long time ago. But anyway, the U.S. got a major problem with bullying. And one of these days, somebody is going to give America everything that it has given other countries for centuries. There is no way a country can continue this trajectory. It's impossible. Like, I don't know when it's going in. I can't say it'll be in a year or 20 years or 50 years or 100 years. But at this rate, your great-great-grandchildren ain't guaranteed to be here. Yeah, they're not guaranteed to be here because you cannot keep doing this type of thing to people. There's somebody somewhere always plotting against the U.S. because the U.S. have unlawfully murdered so many people worldwide, including its own citizens. I mean, taking out its own citizens ain't nothing. Remember, that was a story that came out recently. Well, it's a reoccurring story actually, where the U.S. was planning to kill its own citizens in order to justify going to war with, who was it? Cuba back in the day. Yeah, they were going to kill U.S. citizens and blame it on Cuba to give them an excuse to go to war with Cuba. Golly. Good Lord. But President Petro said, I ain't scared of you. Come get me. I think that's a dangerous game because Trump and that administration, they're very cocky. they are emotional and something like that. You know what? I'm going to stop that dancing. I'm going to stop them from all that talking. We're going to stop that. And it won't be based on whether this guy broke a law or, whether he's following international policy or anything like that, or he broke a treaty or something. It'll simply be because I just don't like that guy. And I think we could repurpose that cocaine. That's right, I said it. Repurposing the cocaine. What else are you going to Colombia for? Yeah, well, you got all too. But you think they're going to go there and just destroy that cocaine? And by the way, with Colombia providing so much cocaine to the U.S., I think they said Colombia provides about 80% of the cocaine to the U.S. Do you think there'll be a drop in drug use? Homie, don't think so. The drugs are going to continue to pour into the U.S. It don't matter what they do over there. If they go over there and invade Colombia, take out the president, and do all that other stuff, it ain't going to matter. They are still going to be getting high in America off cocaine. And a whole lot of people that's in his cabinet will also be treating their nose. But what say you? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.